Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor. My name is Greg Beffert, for the record. I just want to start off by saying the same thing I said the other day when I met with you at the coffee, and that is the COVID narrative is crumbling right before our eyes. Every day, we are seeing more and more people stand up, not just here in the United States, but all across the world, against the tyranny that their governments are imposing on them. We have officers kicking in doors in Australia for COVID violations, things I never thought that I would ever see in my lifetime as a former police officer, but I'm seeing it here. And these lies, we talked to you about the lies from the very beginning. I came in here, the first thing I talked to you about was the ability to discern the truth from a lie. And what you have chosen to do is embrace the lie. You have ignored the truth and you've embraced a lie. And now it's time to address that lie. When I talked to you the other day, I asked you two things. The first one was, give me some metrics to justify continuing this local emergency proclamation. What metrics are you using? You couldn't do it. Anybody here can go back and look at that tape, and you don't have to be a police officer to know that you've been lied to, that I was lied to. Then you lied a second time when I said, ask why this council has been silent on this issue, why they've not addressed it and it's not been brought forward. And you told me that nobody on this council had brought it forward. It had not been discussed to pull that local emergency proclamation, and it's a lie, because Nancy Campbell did. Her very first night, she came in here and you shut her down. So the second question was, why have you abdicated the role of this entire council in addressing whether or not this local emergency proclamation should continue? Because we're not in a local emergency by any stretch of the imagination, weren't back then and aren't now. So what I want to know here tonight is, and what you've done is you've looked at the law over here, the legal side, and your attorney can tell you this. What you haven't done is look at the lawful side, the moral law, the natural law, the principles that govern our Constitution. You have abdicated, every single one of you have abdicated your responsibility to uphold the Constitution. That is your only priority, and that is your only duty. In addition to managing the physical resources of this city, of which we are not, you have abdicated that responsibility to do no harm. And by your inaction, and your silence is an action, by not speaking out on this, you have caused harm. By not taking a position as a council collectively, and us not hearing where you stand on the Constitution and this local emergency proclamation, that one person here apparently has no data or evidence to support sustaining it, didn't have any to begin with, and we've established that. Now, by your actions, you're continuing a fraud. So we could add that to one more list of, along with 18 U.S.C. 241 and 242, which I know your attorney knows about. Fix this.
Thank you for your comments.